Hey everybody, sorry I haven't recorded in a little bit. Just been busy with other things, tired, not feeling like doing a whole heck of a lot. Today has been such a stressful day at work. I'm so tired. I'm sitting outside where we normally take Evie for a walk, and she's just enjoying it. Let me see if I can have you see her. See her? She's just sitting there enjoying her little spot in the grass. I was out here feeling the air spinning around outside. It just feels so good. It makes me already feel a little better. Yesterday was, for the most part, really pretty good. I went over, but it was like 35, and then all of a sudden at like 9 o'clock at night, I just started snacking on anything and everything because I had to do something after work and I didn't plan properly, and so I was starving. And this today started off pretty good, except for one of my students. They brought me a piece of cake that they had homemade thing, but I ate the whole thing. It was I think she said it was a condensed milk cake. So that I can only imagine how many points it is, but that's okay. Too bad. I'm probably already at my point limit or over. I haven't finished tracking. It's been a rough day. I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. I feel so incredibly stressed just about everything and anything, and I feel so overwhelmed. Ow! I think I just got bit by an ant. I just feel so overwhelmed with everything that I'm starting to feel like I'm just shutting down. So just gotta stop and breathe and make myself a plan, and I'll be okay. So me and little Evers are gonna go ahead and start heading back. Good morning, everybody. So I thought I would just do a quick update. I've been struggling a little bit. During the day I'll do for the most part pretty well, but in the evening, once it hits about like 9-10 o'clock, I just eat everything and sight everything in the house. So I was talking to my sister this morning, and she said, well, why don't you exercise? And I'm like, at 11 or 12 o'clock at night? Like, I don't know, because usually I take a shower earlier in the evening, and you know, I don't want to have to take one in the morning again. But maybe I'll start doing yoga. Maybe I gotta switch up my routine, because obviously what I'm doing is not working, so I need to change things around. Definitely need to see about finding something to just stop the eating, because it's not helping, because I'm not particularly hungry, but I'm still eating. So good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, and I'm heading off to the farmer's market to do the same thing I do every Saturday. I love stopping off at the farmer's market and seeing what they have. So I'm going to do that. I always like checking out their little bookshelf, kind of book exchange. Sometimes they have some really good stuff there. And then seeing what kind of fruit and vegetables they have, seeing the flowers. They always have such nice flowers. There's this one little stand with this lady that her flowers are anywhere between like $3 to like $5, and they're always really nice. They're a nice bouquet. They're not like real skimpy or anything, and the way she puts them together is really nice. So the farmer's market I am going, and then after that I'm gonna go to my meeting. I didn't do as bad last night as I had the prior couple of nights, but I've definitely been struggling at night. I'm especially having a hard time sleeping right now. I'm finding that I'm getting maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, which is very unlike me. I'm a kind of person that normally I could sleep 12 hours a day and I would be happy. You know, I love sleeping, and I just haven't been able to sleep lately. I haven't really been able to get to sleep until like midnight. So that's been a little bit difficult, because then normally I'd be in bed around 9 or 10, and now I'm up, 2 or 3 hours past when I normally go to sleep. And so I'm finding myself eating out of boredom, eating out of stress, just eating for the sake of eating. But I also want to see about maybe finding something to do, like finding a game or something. Like I used to like to play Tomb Raider or something, maybe doing something like that. So that way in the evenings I'm keeping myself busy, because if you're, doing something with your hands, you're less likely to want to, do the motions of eating. So it'll, for one thing, get me out of the bedroom where I normally just want to sit there and just kind of do absolutely nothing, and then also just doing something besides eating. I've got to see, because I haven't played any of them in a while, and I know there's a new one that came out, but I don't know that I want to spend like $50 getting a new one, because like I used to play them a lot, but then lately it's been not so much, because I know there's some older ones or just older games I haven't played, and it's like, okay, maybe I should just try getting something that's a little bit cheaper, and that way if it's something I'm not going to enjoy, I haven't spent a lot of money, because I know that's one of the things I've been kind of stressing about a little bit, is I feel like I've just been spending more money than I should, so I want to save, so that's something I would like to work on as well. I would definitely like to see about, like I said, finding something to just get my mind off of all the things that I'm going through, and maybe a way of kind of de-stressing. I've tried to get into reading, but for some reason everything that I'm trying to get into I can't get into, so I don't know. I'm not really liking my hair at this point. It's too dark. To me it reminds me of like a dark brown, medium brown for me, and I don't like that. I was hoping it'd be like a bright red, but my hair doesn't take that bright red color very well. So I would imagine probably within a month or two I'm probably gonna end up trying to change it back, just because I really don't like it. I liked it at first, kind of, when the first lady did it, but when the second lady went back and did it, she made it way too dark. And even as she was kind of explaining to me what color she was gonna use, I kind of like knew, like, okay, she was wanting to put a little bit of brown in there, otherwise it's gonna be too, too orangey, and I'm like, I don't want brown in there. But she convinced me that she needed to add just a little drop, and of course it did what I didn't want it to do, is it made it more of a darker, kind of an auburn color, which is not quite what I was looking for. I was looking for more of a coppery color. I know they have at Ulta, I think it's on Wednesday or so online, they have that color range, Madison Reed, which is supposed to be like a box color one that's supposed to be really good, and it's on sale for like $10. So maybe I'll get something like that, and then in about a month color it. I don't know. All right, I'm at the farmer's market. Okay, so the farmer's market was a bust. Didn't have a lot of stuff out just because it's all rainy and whatnot. There were only a couple of books out. The flowers were okay. None of them really grabbed me. They had figs, but because they're going out of season and there's not that many probably left, they went on like $5 for like a little basket of like 5, and I'm like, I love figs, but I don't know if I can justify spending like $1 a fig. That's because at Trader Joe's, when they first come out, you just get them in this little package, and you probably get about 10, 15 of them for $5. And then after a couple of weeks, you get this big container of probably like, seems like 50 of them for $5. Of course, they're the black figs. Like they have like tiger stripe figs, which are good. They're sweeter in more of like a sugary way, whereas the black figs are more of a sweet in like a fruit kind of way, if that makes sense. Because you know how like fruit has a sweetness, but it has this particular like sweetness paired with that, that particular fruit's flavor. Whereas like the tiger figs, they have that, but it tastes more like an actual like sugar, like cane sugar to me anyways. Okay, so I just got done with my meeting. So I'm actually down a little bit. I'm down 2.8 from where I was last week, but I was up a little bit last week because I ate like breakfast, and then I was up at like midnight and I had coffee and stuff. So I'm still, I think, down from last week. Did I say up? I meant down from last week. I think it's 2.8 or 3.8, so I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. I just got done also getting Evie her little Halloween costume. So a couple of months back, right next to my Weight Watchers meeting, there was this cool little, like, one of the Halloween stores. Then I seen this one, it's a little Freddy Krueger costume, and I wanted to get it for her so bad, so I was like, I'm gonna go get it today. So I went there, and they didn't have a medium. She's definitely not a small. I think she's between like a medium and a large, even though she's a really small little dog. It is so stinking cute. I can't wait to put it on her, and I'll show you guys how cute she is. Evie in her glorious little Freddy Krueger costume. She didn't want her hat on, but it looks cute. Look at her little shirt and hat. It's so ratty. It's a little bit too long, but look at how cute she is. Yes, you are. She's just saying, Mama, I'd rather have food.
EV group.
So I am out here this evening on Saturday walking little Evers. Do you see her? Today's been a pretty good day. I didn't eat until probably around, I think about 12:30 or 1. I wasn't really feeling hungry, so I was just trying not to just hold off as long as I could. Yeah, I've been doing good as far as food goes. I stopped and got something at Albertsons because I had picked up a game because right now Redbox has free game rentals on certain games. So I picked up Tomb Raider. I started it and then I was kind of getting tired, so I fell asleep. But it seems interesting, a little bit slow, and it just seemed really bright, so my eyes were hurting. But I think it's just because I'm getting old. Oh, so anyway, so I was at Albertsons. I was gonna get like kind of one of those pre-sliced meats with sauce and stuff already on them. They're usually in like the meat section, but they're already pre-cooked. All you gotta do is more or less microwave them. I wanted to get the carne asada one, and it was 5 points, and there were 5 servings, so potentially 25 points for the whole thing. And I know I'd have eaten probably about half of it, which has probably been close to 15 points or so, which would of course taken me to pretty much the maximum. But instead I got this chicken chili verde, so it was 3 points per serving, there being 3 servings in the container, and I've eaten about 2 of them because you don't get a lot in there, but it's actually really good. I mean, it is really good. Definitely highly recommend it. I would definitely get it again. The only downside is the fact that it's pricey. I think it was $7.99 for the container, so it's kind of a lot. But if you need something on the go that tastes good and is relatively low in points, I think that would be a good option. It makes me want to make some of my own tomatillo, whatever that fruit that looks like a tomato is called. Tomatillo, I don't know. I think I have 6 or under points left for the day. I want to say about 4. And right now it's about 5 o'clock. So I should be able to be okay. It's just because I did sleep a little bit earlier, I'm probably going to be awake later tonight. Gotta keep myself busy. Hopefully the Tomb Raider game will help. I did get a couple of books from thriftbooks.com, and most of the books for the most part are like $3.79. So I picked up, I think it was 4 books. I picked up Karen Slaughter's Coptown, this one called Blonde Hair, Blue Eyes. It kind of feeds off of the story of Pretty Girls, which I absolutely love. I actually found another copy of it today when I was at a thrift store, and they had it half off, so I got it for $1. And I was like, okay, I'll get it. I figured I'd let my mom read it, or my sister or something. I got one called The Devil of Nanking, which the lady that I really like on YouTube, Chapter Stacks, her name's Chapter Stacks, I think. Her name's Katie, and I absolutely love her reviews. Most of the times I really like the books she recommends, so. And I seen that she'd recommended the book, so I was like, oh, let me just watch her review. And so I figured I'd pick up that one. So I got 2 Karen Slaughters, no, 3 technically. One of them is a Karen Slaughter, but it's short stories by a bunch of different thriller authors, and she happens to be one of them. And I think she has 2 stories in there. But there are some of the other authors that when I was looking up Karen Slaughter, their names are recommended, so I figured I'd give it a try. Short stories, you can kind of get a feel for the author and see what you think. Also was able to find a skirt for my Marie Antoinette costume. It looks older, probably 1950s, something for under a dress. It has snaps, but it was half off, so it was $2, and I figured that would be perfect to go into my Marie Antoinette costume. I still need to get something to kind of give it some billowy, like a petticoat, but those can be pricey, so I might find something else to put under there and make it work. We'll see. All right, me and Evie are going to be heading back, so